We're back with part 5. What makes the replicant different from the alpha beast? Things that are considered improvements.
Yes, I think one big part is it will have more standard size and bigger hardware that we hope that will be more robust to the daily flipping that a lot of our supporters put their knives through. Polyfoam is kind of held to a different standard, I feel, than a folding knife or a fixed blade. To some extent, I know every knife has to have its particular qualities, but the polyfoam in particular is going to be dropped on the floor and hard surfaces, and it's going to go through a lot more openings and closings and various conditions, more so than maybe your fixed blade or your folder. So one thing that we want to do to try to help people out and make the product better is make the hardware more available in the instance that they either need a replacement or they just want to have some extra on hand. It'll be readily available, and because it's bigger, it'll be a lot more robust and be a lot more durable. So hopefully you'll never even need anything replaced. That's, I think, is a big step up. Obviously the construction of it is very different. It's G10 scales over tie liners. I feel that when you build a knife, when it's purely tie and when it has as opposed to tie scales in G10, I feel that the G10 version has a more of, I've always called it more airy feel. So it's not going to be so, it'll be a little bit more forgiving to the touch and when you flip it. The blade, I think, is really the huge feature on the replicant. We kind of took a stance on it. We want to be bold and we want to represent Blade Runners the way we've always represented Blade Runners, and that's to be different and creative and kind of like we'd rather be front runners in design cues. And so we went with what Matt Cook named the Scorpion Tip Tonto, which is kind of like a blend between a Bowie and a Tonto, and we love it. We think it's really unique. I think it'll give the knife a bit of a different flipping dynamic because of the shape of the blade. And overall, I just think that it's going to be a very refined, yet kind of hold a bit of edginess just in the way that it looks and that the way that it feels. And I think it's going to be a great performer, but it's really going to distinguish itself from the Alpha Beast simply because of what I mentioned in our design philosophy behind it.
Replicant's a platform product. I mean, Alpha Beast is as well. Obviously, you can see mutated product and trying to put different spins on it. But I think in regard to Replicant and having that synthetic, and using G10 and like hard on top, but we have room to do a lot of different things. I think it is as strong of a performer as AB, and we don't ever want to lose sight of that. I think it'll be at an aggregate price point, so it'll be a little more approachable. It has a good process built around it, so we should be able to move it, forward and move it through the shop in a good pace. Expect to see, I would say, probably multiple colors. I would think maybe we might have opportunities to make kind of a standard model and then, do some tweaks to it. But yeah, for sure, it's its own thing, but, in keeping with what we want to do. It is a performance-driven product, and, it's something that is not made to sit in a drawer. I just don't really see us as that type of guy. I mean, I'm glad that there are people that collect our product. I think that's awesome. I collect all sorts of stuff. Comic books and knives and artwork and guns and all sorts of stuff. But I think for sure that it's a performance-driven product, and the improvements associated with it really are exclusively around really stepping up to some more robust hardware because of how hard people flip and how much we'd like it to, be as maintenance-free as possible and be, as bomb-proof as possible. That is not easy to do without something. So, we're doing everything we can to advance our product, and we kind of do things a little differently. I withhold, so that we can continue to invest the products that we've already engineered. So if we can make it better, we'll do it. You see, AB 1.0, AB 2.0. We will continue to invest in what we've already generated to try and evolve it as a product. And I'm sure that Replicant will go through its own phases of evolution, just in an effort for us to really just put out as strong of a product as we can. So yeah, it has. It's just we'll have to make sure you get one to check it out.
Yeah, my funds are. I'll get one eventually, but my funds. I just got new emergency expense, but yeah, I'll get one eventually, I'm sure.
So yeah, for sure. No, it would be our pleasure to have you review one, and we'll put one out there for some people to test out and to try out or whatever. I think that would be a good idea. I mean, that's been very helpful, and we appreciate the feedback.
And you're gonna get plenty of that from me from now till forever. I will never leave you alone.
Well, that's all right. I'm sure that we'll be able to stand up to that.
Any final comments to the YouTube community, people that are watching this video?
Yeah, flip Valley songs. Go out there and fall in love with it, man. Challenge yourself. It's it's not an easy thing to do, but once you start to get it, I don't know that there's I mean, it's arguable there are things that feel better. I'm not going to get too risky with it, but really nothing feels better than landing a trick cleanly and where you're like, I got it. I can remember the first time that I was sitting there trying to do the palm spin and invent that move, and like when it hit, I knew I had something. I knew I had achieved something that could contribute to the community. So keep flipping, man. Keep contributing. Recognize real good flippers. Go out and seek out some of the guys that we mentioned, and there's even more guys. Fake and Easy just came back, and there's people out there that are doing good work, man. And they work real hard to showcase their skills to try and contribute to the the trick landscape, or maybe come up with something on their own that no one's done just yet. And go look at those guys' work, man. They deserve it.
Yeah, I would just want to end by just showing our appreciation and saying thank you to everyone who's supported us all the way. Honestly, we have the most amazing fan base, and the community has just been unbelievable to us. Really, it just seems like everyone that we deal with is like a friend, like a familiar friend. It's BRS dealing with the community. That's exactly what it feels like. It just feels like you're just doing something, a project within a community, and it really comes from the people keeping it real, and we really appreciate that. We never want that to change.
Yeah, sure. Let us earn your business. That's what I want to end on. Because that's what we're in here trying to do every day.
And my battery is kind of low, so let's end it right there. Thanks for looking. Take care.